That is one big pile of shit.
Wow, that was easy. Review's over. Roll credits. That's just wishful thinking. Even at its best, it's still meh. Jurassic World was surprisingly good. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom stumbled when they gave us this convoluted bullshit that Hammond had a right-hand man, Lockwood, who had a clone daughter, neither of whom are somehow ever mentioned up till that point.
How convenient!
And Jurassic World Dominion absolutely blew it when they spent half the plot on locusts instead of dinosaurs.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
My thoughts exactly. And they brought in Grant, Sattler, Malcolm, only to do nothing with them. If you asked me right now to go over the plot of Dominion, I wouldn't be able to tell you a goddamn thing. I'm at the point where I'm just here to see dinosaurs kill and eat people. The sooner we get to that, the better. That's one of this movie's problems, actually. It takes way too fucking long to get to the good parts. We spent what feels like hours with Scarlett Johansson's character, these other mercenaries, the science guy, and the diverse modern family.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Sorry to reuse a clip, but yeah, I couldn't get through the beginning sober. Speaking of beginnings, this movie opens with a bunch of scientists in a lab. One of them eats a Snickers bar, then goes into the D-Rex enclosure. The wrapper gets sucked into a vent, and somehow this shorts out the whole fucking system. For a second, I thought I was watching The Final Destination or something, cause the whole tiny error causes big disaster trope fits a lot better there. The D-Rex starts to break out, but this one scientist's able to relock the doors. The guy who ate the Snickers doesn't get back before she does, so the D-Rex eats him. Then it cuts to a bunch of bullshit about Scarlett Johansson's character, scientist guy, shady rich guy funding the whole thing, and mercenary
red shirts.
They work out a deal to collect dino DNA, cause that thing cures diseases or something. Look, I don't care if it cures every form of cancer. I want killer dinosaurs in my dinosaur movie. On the way there, they rescue a family from a mosasaur, and instead of dropping them off at the closest port, they just let them tag along, cause we have to shoehorn in kids somehow. It's pretty much the Jurassic Park formula. Then the mosasaurs start attacking again when they're all on the mercenary ship. Wow, they really hate shoehorned in cliches, even more than I do. I gotta give it to the mosasaurs. The whole two kids in the adventuring party trope has gotten stale. Shake it up a bit. Make a Jurassic Park movie with no kids. Raise the rating to R, ramp up the blood and gore, something more true to the spirit of the book. I'm sick of the same old shit at this point. No more tag-along kids. Especially tag-along kids with plot armor. We don't get that. We get the same old slop. The mosasaur attack causes a boat crash and the party washes up on shore, but this time separately. Is that supposed to be tension building? Even a blind man can see how much plot armor these people have. The family encounters a T-Rex which chases them down the river in a raft. It's supposed to be based on this one scene in the original novel, but that's not enough to make me give a shit. People have drawn that scene and uploaded it to YouTube. At one point, the T-Rex bites down on the raft and it doesn't deflate. Even the raft has plot armor. Meanwhile, Scarlett Johansson's character and scientist guide extract some DNA from a Quetzalcoatlus egg. But the Quetzalcoatlus catches them, so there's a chase scene. Nothing bad's gonna happen to them. The one guy who does die is a mercenary redshirt. He gets swallowed head first, but that's nothing next to how brutally Sorrow was killed in Jurassic World. By this movie standards, it's brutal, but by Jurassic Park standards in general, it's meh. The family and the mercenaries reunite at this abandoned base. Somehow, Scarlett Johansson's character called for a helicopter off screen. How they even got signal on the abandoned island? I don't fucking know. Then something interesting finally happens. It took us an hour and a half to get here. I've heard of people giving Peter Jackson's King Kong shit for taking way too long to show us the ape, but at least that only took 45 minutes. And it helps that the humans in King Kong were a lot more bearable to watch. Then these Mutodons start attacking, so everyone has to split up. Shady Rich Guy and Scarlett Johansson's character hide under this car. He tries to take off. Scientist Guy and the other mercenary end up in the abandoned D-Rex slab, and the family barricade themselves inside an abandoned gas station. A mutodon gets in through the air vents, and there's this one moment where it gets confused by its own reflection, like in Jurassic Park. That's another one of this movie's problems. It steals a lot from the older, better movies, and what it does is worse. Worse than a rehash. It's a boring rehash. The family sneaks past the raptor ripoff into the vents. The mutodon chases after them. Scarlett Johansson's character jumps in as well after them. Meanwhile, the helicopter finally gets here, but the D-Rex snaps it out of the sky. Scarlett Johansson's character shoots the mutodon. Wait, it took a mercenary soldier this long to figure out they should try shooting? Yeah, if it wasn't for plot armor, these people would be too retarded to put their pants on in the morning. The way out of the vents is blocked by some metal bars. The kid's the only one who can squeeze through. She turns on the control that removes the bars just in time to see in full view. That thing doesn't even look like it belongs in Jurassic Park. At least the Indominus and the Indoraptor look like dinosaurs. Someone put that abomination out of its misery already. I wonder which dinosaur it would be. Another T-Rex kill would be overdone at this point. Maybe Spinosaurus. That'll be a sweet kill after not being seen on screen for the last 24 years. Or a Mosasaur again, since this movie's so keen on taking plot points from the older movies. Instead, this is how it's defeated, and it's the lamest fucking shit ever. Shady rich guy drives off into the D-Rex, and instead of getting his redemption moment, the D-Rex eats him. Then one of the mercenaries takes out a flare and just runs off. And I don't mean he runs off to lure it to another dinosaur like Claire. No, he just runs. And at one point, the D-Rex just gives up, like it knew it couldn't overpower their plot armor, and it was like, fuck this. This isn't worth dying for. That was the lamest payoff ever. They really hyped up the D-Rex in the trailers and the marketing. You thought you were gonna at least get one decent dino fight, but no, the movie can't even do that right. Jurassic World ended with an iconic dino fight between the Indominus, Blue, and the T-Rex. And the Mosasaur. Even as lackluster as the Indoraptor versus Blue fight was, at least it was something. And we, the audience, were shown the humans needed help if they wanted to kill another dinosaur. This is just as stupid as that one scene in Jurassic Park 2, where a velociraptor, which was established to be the perfect killing machine, was kicked to death by a little girl. Oh, and the mercenary lives. The music they played and Scarlett Johansson's character's reaction, which involves screaming her head off in an island filled with dinosaurs.
That is a very, very bad idea.
It makes you think he sacrificed himself to buy them more time to run. Turns out he's alive. Even in a franchise that's 31 years old, they still have to treat their audience with kid gloves. Final thoughts. Given how far Fallen Kingdom and Dominion fell off, I didn't have that high of an expectation going in. If they make a sequel to this garbage, and they probably will, I wonder what sort of stupid shit they're gonna try next. Back in the 2000s, there was this rumor they were gonna try putting human dinosaur hybrids in Jurassic Park 4. I think they just might do it in the next Jurassic World. Now that's a thought scarier than any dinosaur.